Chapter 7 Overview of Quality. Objectives of this chapter include: first, definition of quality; second, summary of quality characteristics; 3. Factors affect the quality; 4. Inspection and its benefits; 5. Quality management issue, benefits, objectives; 6. Description of 7 basic quality management tools; 7. Quality cycle definition and its characteristics; and the final, contents of TQM. The problem statement: any enterprise business pursue the ultimate goal, which is still profits, lead to the issue of increasing productivity and the issue of increasing product quality. It is synonymous with increasing cost with decreased enterprise profits. Thus, how is the sufficient increase in quality and how the consistent with market? Now we will go to the contents of this chapter. First, introduction to quality with definition, characteristics, 9 factors, inspection, and the second, quality control, QC. With the definition, goals, benefits, steps for QC, the 7 basic tools, cause of the quality trend, and the quality circle, TQM, with definition, state, idea, philosophy, and content. First, definition of quality. In different curriculum, the concept of quality differs from meaning. The word quality is not only the quality of products which is manufactured, but also the quality of the production process. Mean labor qualification, machine, technique, and material. In case of production, the quality is considered as the level to meet the requirement of customer, starting from the design of the products in accordance with the technical requirement that the customer demands. Next is the use of appropriate material, finally choosing the production process. Quality is the ability to collect the characteristics of a product, system, or process in order to meet the requirement of customer and relevant party. Quality characteristics. First, quality is measured by the satisfaction of demand. Quality always fluctuates over time by using conditions. When assessing quality, we must consider all of the features of the relevant objects. The demand is only found during the using process, and the quality is not only attributes of the product, but also those of a system or process. Now we will go to 9 fundamental factors affecting quality, called 9M. First, market. In order to ensure customer needs and increase the competition with other enterprises, their needs for new and better products. This present enterprise need to develop new technology. The second M, money. The competition requires enterprise spending large amount of money on machinery and production process. Money is spent on reward to improve production. The third M, management. In order to achieve good results in production, business, distribution, commerce, it's necessary to have a well-managed organization structure. This means that they need to have a complex organization and effective operation. The fourth M, man, human resources. The growth in production technique requires skilled human resources and high level of expertise. Next, motivation. If we fit the responsibility for quality issue to an individual in the organization and to the proper techniques, they will not have any problem in production of desired products. The next M, material. The selection of material which are suitable with the product feature is also an important factor in production. The consideration of attributes such as durability, physical appearance, size of material help to reduce the weight of material. Machine and mechanization. For quality products and high productivity, every enterprise needs the advanced and modern machinery. Besides the need for mechanization of manual operation, which will increase product quality as well as enhance productivity. Modern information methods. The modern information method by using the aid of computer software to help enterprise with the ability of storing, managing, accessing the necessary data for an operation of the business, such as production, marketing, service. The final aim, mounting product requirement. In order to drive competition, the enterprise must have product diversity. This will lead to the confusion in the design and the manufacture of various products. Therefore, enterprise need to have adequate controlling systems so as to solve this problem. Inspection. Testing is a tool for quality control. If a particular item is not checked, that item will be unknown whether it's consistent with the standards or not. Testing is an important tool to achieve the concept of quality. Testing is an indispensable tool of modern manufacturing process. It helps to control quality, reduce manufacturing costs, eliminate damage, and call for faulty work. Objective of testing quality. Detecting and removing the defective material before putting them into the production process. Detecting defective products in the production process. Eliminating the possibility of non-standard products according to the customer requirement. And finally, increasing the reliability of product quality to customer and develop the enterprise. Also, the disadvantage of testing quality that the cost of production will increase, which decrease the profits. The inspection has objectivity of the inspector. The testing work is also boring, so it may affect the result of inspection. The test is merely the separation of qualified or unqualified items. Management aspect, quality aspect, performance, and performance affects the management. It's a closed circle. Now we will go to the second content, the quality control, QC. First definition. Quality control can be understood as a system of tools used to maintain a desired level of quality of products or service. It has impact on controlling different factors which affect the quality of product or service, depending on the material factor, machinery, tool, people. Quality control is a broad term, and quality control aims at preventing arising defects. Quality control is the process of controlling, regulating. The objective of quality control, the goal is to improve profits by increasing product quality and to reduce the production cost. It also achieves the fitting of products, and in order to produce products with maximum quality and to ensure customer satisfaction, and the final examine the chain. The benefits of quality control is raising the quality of product and service, increasing the productivity of the production process. It also reducing production cost and identifying and improving marketing ability. Lowering product cost will increase the competitiveness, ensuring on-time delivery. Now we go to the steps for quality control. Include 8 steps. First, formulating the quality control process so everyone is aware of the processes. Second, setting the standard or the specifications that are created based on the preferences of the customer and costs and profits. Selecting the inspection plan and creating the procedure that will be used for the check. The fourth, detection and the deviation from the standards and specification. The fifth, performing the required action that need to be carried out so that the set standards are reached. 6. Deciding how any defective parts are going to be dealt with. The options include reworking or disposal of some or all of the defective parts. 7. creating the depth and developing the quality consciousness in and outside of the firm. And the final, developing the residue that will ensure excellent relation between the vendor and vendors. Now we will go to the fifth content, the 7 basic tools of quality. To be able to make the decision on using which material, machinery, production technique, the enterprise needs to have tools to implement above affair. The tool described below will allow us to understand the characteristics of a process, activity status, product analysis, and data processing. These tools can improve the quality. There are 7 management tools of quality, which are presented below and have been used for own way. The first quality control Pareto chart. In 1906, when studying the distribution of assets, the Italian sociologist Vilfredo Pareto noted that they had approximately 18% of assets in Italy belong to about 20% of Italy's population. He found that about 18% of the research is created from 20% of the code in lots of events. Pareto chart is a bar chart format sorted from the highest to lowest. Each column represents an individual. The height of each bar indicated the relative contribution of each individual to the overall result. Cumulative frequency line is used to denote the cumulative contribution of the individual. Pareto chart is used to determine priority. Pareto sometimes describes things with a picture, a few important elements from trivial things. Pareto chart shows the contribution of each individual to the general result in order of importance. It helps detect the most important individual, whereby we can organize and identify priority order for improvement. Which is the biggest improvement with the lowest cost? The basic step for creating the Pareto chart. Step 1. Identifying necessary data, sorting and collecting data manner. Step 2. Conducting data collection. Step 3. Sorting and collecting data from the maximum max to minimum mean. Step 4. Calculating the frequency and cumulative frequency. Step 5. Growing Pareto chart. Step 6. Identifying the most important individual to improve. Example. From the inspection data of some causes of product with poor quality below, draw Pareto chart. Now we go to the second quality control, cause and effect diagram. Cause and effect diagram are also called fishbone diagram due to its shape. It often used to service the factors that may affect a particular situation. The small causes are often grouped into 4 categories: material, methods, personnel, and equipment. There may be other groups. Cause and effect diagram is a useful tool to help list causes making the fluctuation of quality. It also a technique to police state of opinion, process, analysis, or can be used in many different situations. Cause and effect diagram that is used to enumerate and analyze the causal relationship. It also specifies reasons to be handled first and order of work should be conducted. To assist members in the organization, improve understanding, logic thinking, and cohesion among members. To have effect and training and coaching too. Step to create cause and effect diagram. Step 1. Identify clearly and briefly which quality issue should be analyzed. Then write down that quality issue in the right and draw the arrow from left to right direction. Step 2. Identify the main causes. Level 1. Usually it divides into 4 main reasons. Human equipment material method. It can be added some following course: measurement, information system, environment, then perform the main courses of the chart. Step 3. Developing the diagram by listing courses in the next level, secondary course, around a main course and display them by using arrows in order to connect the main course. Continue this residue until more detailed level. Step 4. After having drafted course and effect diagram, it's necessary to discuss with the most relevant person having directly reviewed to find out adequately causes which affected the quality issue. The example of cause and effect diagram about student fail. There are four main problems. First, human, environment, method, and tool. Human include teacher and student. Environment include noise, game, workgroup, or soccer. The methods about studying method and teaching methods. Tool about the computer register. The second example is about the quality in products. It's about measure, the main cause measure, human, machine, environment, material, and process. Scatter diagram, the test quality control. Scatter diagram indicated the relationship between two variables in the relationship of their value chain. When the variable x has changing value, the diagram indicated the corresponding change to the variable y. Characteristics of scatter diagram include positive correlation, covariates, a variable increase, the other variable also increase. Negative correlation, inverse, a variable increase while the other variable decrease. No correlation, there is no impact from this variable to the value of the other variable. The function of scatter diagram is used to detect and display the relationship between two sets of data quantity with x related to each other. Scatter diagram will provide information on the existing relationship between two variables. The time or the dependence is greater. The impact of this variable on the other variable is more likely to occur. Next, we will go to the step to create the scatter diagram. Step 1. Collecting from 50 to 100 pairs of data samples that conform relationship. Step 2. Drawing diagram on paper to categorize and list two variables. Step 3. Drawing the x and y axis of the diagram, putting the dependent variable on the y axis and independent variable on the x axis. Step 4. Explaining the data. Example. Through the diagram above, we can see the relationship between two quantities with each time to use the last tool and the number of defective products. When used in a long time, the latter tool is 1. This makes the number of defective products in 3. Therefore, the best solution is to substitute the last tool on time. The fourth quality control flowchart. Definition. Flowchart is first introduced by Frank Gilbreth, a member of ASME, American Society of Mechanical Engineers, in 1921. Flowchart is a chart describing a process using images or technical symbols. Flowchart can be applied to all aspects of every process. The function of flowchart describes the current process and help participants understand the process. Thus, it amends the work, completed improvement, and redesign the process. Flowchart is also used in the design of new process in order to enhance information for participating people. Step to create flowchart. Step 1. Identify the beginning and ending of the rosette. Step 2. Identify steps in the rosette, such as activity, decision, input, output. Step 3. Setup flowchart. Step 4. Reconsidering the flowchart together with relevant people to the rosette. Step 5. Verifying and improving the chart based on the reconsideration. Step 6. Record date of the flowchart for reference and future use. Establishing rosette effectively requires the participation of the relevant people. The symbols below are often used in flowchart. Group 1. The circle is representative for the start or the end. Arrow for the rosette. Group 2. With the arrow for the transfer or the triangle for storage. The fifth quality control, histogram. Histogram is a graphical representation of the distribution of data. It's an estimate of the probability distribution of a continuous variable. This chart was introduced by the French statistician Henri Michel Guéry in 1833. In histogram, the horizontal axis indicated the measure value. The vertical axis indicated the number of items or the number of occurrences. The width of each column is equal to layering. The height of each column shows amount of detail frequency corresponding to each subclass. Also, histogram providing visual information about the volatility of the rosette, forming characteristics visible from the sampling meaningless number. It's a useful tool when analyzing big data. Through the sum of distribution, we can compare the standard value to the distribution of the diagram. Therefore, the organization can state and evaluate the ability of the inputs, rosette control, defective detection. Type of histogram. First, normal distribution. Next, two peak distribution, then right scale distribution. Plateau distribution, at peak distribution, and some more examples. Go on, we will go to the sixth quality control, chap7. chap7 is used for storing observed data. It records them when they occur in the lesson system. Collecting data through using a checklist is often the first step in the analysis of the quality issue. chap7 records occurring frequency of factors with related to quality in the list, such as weight, diameter, length of the product. chap7 is used for collecting and aggregating data. The data on this basis is analyzed to find out the major defect issue which cause to the product quality. Example of daily chap7. Weekly chap7. And now we go to the control chart, the final quality control. Control chart is the one that the boundary is created a logical way to distinguish variation of an object. There are three lines on the graph: the center line, the upper limit line, and the lower limit line. Example of control chart. The function of control chart is that the control chart used to monitor and control a process on a continuous basis to distinguish fluctuation due to special causes, which should be identified, investigated, and control the random fluctuation of the process. Accidental causes. When causes of the quality chain. Accidental causes are ones which are formed during the manufacturing process due to the performance of the equipment involved in the production process, such as engine vibration. Other ingredients. It's difficult to monitor and control the accidental causes, even in the most favorable conditions. However, the causes are only a small amount of production processor that is damaged insignificantly. Non-random causes. These are common causes which commonly cause variation in product quality. They can be lack of machine operating skill, improper maintenance, installation errors, poor quality material. Although the causes damage insignificantly, they can be controlled before going to production. Quality cycle. The third contains first definition. Quality cycle, also known as DCA management cycle, is a cycle continuous improvement in quality control system. PDCA include plan, do, check, ask. It's the image of a circle rolling on a tutor plane surface clockwise. The PDCA circle points out the action of the quality management process with a continuous improvement. Second style of quality circle. First, plan. This is the first time style and also the most important style in quality circle. Planning accurately and completely will help orientate better in net activity. If the enterprise plans correctly and fully, it will require less adjustment. In addition, activity will be controlled more effectively. The plan includes identifying goals, means, resources, and methods before going into specific production, facilitating more efficient exploitation of resources in the long-term periods, help reduce costs for quality management as well as improve competitiveness. The second, do. This is the implementation stage of the plan which had been proposed in the first stage. The stage consists of implementing plan and policy through activity, means, and tools to ensure proper quality at planning. Check. In order to ensure that the objective and plan are implemented as originally planned in the implementation process, we have to carry out the inspection of quality control. This is the monitor stage, collecting, detecting, and evaluating defective products. The purpose of inspection is to discover the causes in order to stop them in time. The final act. Adjustment stage makes the activity of the business administration system coordinate synchronously, overcome existing issues, and capable of implementing the planning quality standard. Besides this stage also makes quality products adapt to the new situation in order to reduce the gap between customer design and realistic quality and satisfy customer demand maximally. Today, quality management (TQM). Today, the products are manufactured under customer requirements with greater endurance and reliability with the most economical ride. This requires manufacturers to comply with quality control procedures right from the design, installation, manufacture, and delivery. Thus, in order to survive and develop in a competitive market and ensure customer satisfaction, enterprise must implement comprehensive policy of quality management. The idea of TQM, Total Quality Management, to check the quality. Implementation of quality management is the duty of each employee every department. Quality management is a collective activity which requires a joint effort of all members. Then, comprehensive quality management requires effective management of all stages, own work on the basis of using QC. In summary, a comprehensive quality management is an organization focusing on quality. The idea of TQM, it will enable to guarantee and master the quality. It will only conduct output management of the process. In contrast, it must be covering system impacting on the whole process. The responsibility for quality belongs to the staff leadership of that organization or enterprise. Product quality depends on the quality of the human, which is the most important factor. The philosophy of TQM. The quality must be concerned of all members in the organization. In order to maximally reduce the economic losses, the enterprise must comply with the principle from the beginning, looking ahead to the prevention, avoiding repeating mistakes in the production process through the use of statistical tools to find the primary cause as well as propose to the correct remedy adjustment. The basic content of TQM: understanding, commitment, organization, measurement, quality planning, quality design, statistical methods, training. In the system of quality management TQM, there has no ending in improvement. The awareness of the need for continuous improvement in quality is essential to the success of any enterprise. Thank you for your attention.